What's the story, Morning Glory? What is the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of Married at First Sight UK, Season 7, Episode 8. The commitment ceremony, kind of, sort of, because it's not like the final commitment. Oh, anyways, let's just get into it. So after the dinner party, I think it's the next day, when all the couples get together with the experts, and couple by couple, they sit down and talk with the experts and decide whether or not they want to make it another week together. So if you want to stay, they have these envelopes that they write either stay or leave. And if you want to stay with your partner for the next week, you write stay. And if you don't, you write leave. Now, if both people write leave, then both of you are gone. Both of you are off the show. Obviously, if both write stay, both of you are going to stay together another week. But if one writes stay and the other one writes leave, then you have to stay together for another week. So, yeah. Let's get into Shanita and Jordan. Shanita and Jordan, they're fine. They're doing good. They have good physical attraction. They've already consummated their marriage. What did he say? Jordan said that Shanita said about their intimacy, once you pop the top, you can't stop. They feel very comfortable with one another. Jordan says that all the ingredients are there for this to be a forever thing. So they both said stay. So they're fine. Moving on to Jess and PJ. So PJ says that he feels like a lost sheep or something like that. He doesn't know exactly where he stands with Jess, and he doesn't know how she really feels about him. I guess that's why he says he's lost. He's struggling with opening up to Jess because I guess he doesn't know exactly how she feels about him. And Jess says that she is still feeling like he's more of a friend than a romantic partner. The experts say that Jess has given zero affection to PJ. And Jess says that she doesn't want to fake it. She goes, if she is going to be affectionate or physical with him, she wants it to be genuine. And they kind of got on her case about that. I don't know if they were trying to tell her to just do it, not necessarily do it, but be affectionate with him, hold his hand, cuddle with him, snuggle up to him, even if you don't want to. I have no idea what they were telling her, but if she doesn't feel like doing it, I don't think he's going to appreciate it anymore if she was faking it. So I didn't get that. So when they tell her that you're not being affectionate, kind of like letting her know you're not really trying. You got comfortable in this friendship zone. Jess gets offensive and says that she feels like she's being attacked. But coincidentally, they both said that they want to stay together for another week. So she said stay. Moving on to Jenna and Zoe. I don't know why I keep calling her Zoe. Moving on to Jenna and Zoe. So they talk about how they both are what each other wanted. Zoe wanted a very feminine girl, with the dresses, the makeup, the high heels, and that's exactly what she got in Jenna. And Jenna wanted, a more tomboyish partner, and that's exactly what she got in Zoe. Now, one of their issues is the whole veganism thing. Jenna is a vegan, Zoe is not. And I have never seen Jenna trying to convert Zoe into veganism, but Zoe, why am I having a problem with her name? Zoe acts as if Jenna at some point is going to try to convert her to veganism, and she doesn't want to be a vegan. So I don't know why she has this baseless fear of Jenna trying to convert her. I don't get it. So Zoe's not really big into PDA, and Emma understands that, and so she respects her boundaries, but they have consummated their marriage. So behind closed doors, they're having a grand old time. But in public, Zoe likes to be a little bit more conservative, and they both said that they want to stay with one another. Moving on to Keisha and Kwame. So Keisha got the signs from Kwame that there was not going to be any type of intimacy at the honeymoon. So she had decided that, nothing was going to happen between us. He made it very clear that he didn't want to go down that road with me. So I just decided that I was just going to have a good time, make the best of it. Kwame says that he wanted to take things slowly so that he gets to know her better. And because Kwame said that he was looking for, that he was looking because Kwame said that what he was looking for in a woman was different from what they gave him, Keisha has started to pull back because I guess, I think it was when at the dinner party or at the reception when her friend had asked, what do you prefer in a woman? What do you look for in a woman? And what he described was not Keisha. So Keisha says, knowing that, she's kind of had to pull back, but she didn't pull back at the honeymoon. So I don't know exactly when she began pulling back, but she agreed with the experts that she no longer feels emotionally safe in this relationship because she is not exactly what Kwame expected or what Kwame wanted. Keisha, she says that she's able to be vulnerable as a friend, but nothing more than that. Now, the thing about Kwame is this. At the dinner party, when he got the drink for himself, but did not get her a drink or ask her what she wanted, and she vocalized that. She was like, hey, you're not even going to ask me what I want? And he was like, damn right, or no, I'm not. He said something really flippant, very insensitive. I think that when they're on one-on-one, he might be kind of rude to her, but then in public around other people, he wants to come off as, I don't know, like he is doing the best that he can and that he's digging her and that he likes her. I don't know. I'm very confused about Kwame. I'm very much confused about him. I don't know exactly what his deal is, but there's something about Kwame that is not very genuine. He's very, very cocky. Very, very cocky. And when he walked into the dinner party, he walked in wearing a suit, okay, looking very dapper. And then I don't think he was there 10 minutes before the tie was untied. The buttons were open halfway down his chest. And it's like he was trying to show off his body or something. I don't know, but he seems like he loves attention. And he seems very, very cocky, very self-absorbed. I'm just not getting Kwame at all. I'm not understanding him. Moving on to April, but they both said stay. That shocked me, but they both said stay. So April and George, they talk about the damn kiss. April minimized it completely, saying that it was no big deal. It was just a peck, nothing else. And because George has been cheated on in the past, I guess something like this, something as playful and as innocent as this, according to April, it triggers George. So she needs to understand that. And if you want to play games and be playful and all of that with your friends or whoever, that's fine, girl. But don't you dare put your hands or lips on any other human being because George is going to flip out. George talked about how it triggered him. It brought him back to his past when he was cheated on. But they both want to make it work, and so they both said stay. Moving on to Laura and Richie. So Laura said that because Richie has never been in a relationship, he's all about himself. He's very self-absorbed because he never had to share his space with anybody. So he doesn't know how to be considerate of a partner because he's never had a serious partner. So he doesn't know, to take into mind or take into consideration what is making his partner comfortable. What does his partner want right now? It's all about what Richie wants. And she says that this makes him kind of come off as self-centered. And Richie had said, so Laura says that he's more of a project than what she anticipated. So she feels like she has a lot to work on when it comes to Richie, that she has, like she has to get him to a level where she's at, where you are considerate of your partner. You have to understand that it's not just you and your wants and your needs. And you have to be more giving to what the other person is seeking, what the other person wants. You just have to be more considerate of your partner. You can't think about yourself all the damn time. So she has to get him at that level. And Richie says, well, this is the first I've ever heard of this. Laura, you need to talk to him. Let him know what the real deal is. Don't keep quiet until you get in front of the experts to reveal how you really feel. Richie says that Laura gives him the hope that he can love and be loved, which is absolutely monumental for him because he's never felt that way before. He had people in tears. Some of the other couples, some of the wives from the other couples were like crying when Richie was talking about how he's found this ability to love and the knowledge that he can be loved. So yeah, he had people in tears. So they've both decided that they want to stay with one another. Moving on to Thomas and Adrian. Adrian says that, Thomas is a lot. He is definitely a lot. He's not going to lie. Thomas is a lot. And Adrian says that the bigger Thomas got, the smaller he got. So Adrian, the bigger his personality became, the more shrunken Adrian was. So Thomas says that he needs more than a friendship. He didn't come on friendship at first sight. So he needs a little bit more romance, a little bit more intimacy, a little bit more of a connection with Adrian. Right now, it's too buddy-buddy. So Adrian says that things are definitely getting better, but they need to build more trust. And so they both decided to stay. Whitney and Duca. Here we go. Whitney says that she feels like she is shackled to a stranger. Shackled, okay? The ring makes her feel very, very trapped. Whitney doesn't like it when Duca is on, and I kind of understand what she means by that. There are some people, they're on. It's like they're performing. The spotlight is on them. And it gets exhausting to be around those people all the time because they want all the attention. They always have something to say. They want everyone to listen to them. And you have to respond and you have to react. And it's exhausting. She says that she prefers a man who is a little bit more mute. Duca says that Whitney is way too guarded. Whitney says that Duca is way too calculated. Whitney, the experts say that Whitney is good at sabotaging relationships because before this relationship even got started, she was already on her negative Nancy tip. Whitney says that Duca is only here for fame, so how can she be real with him? And Whitney says, so she says he's only here for fame, to expand his social media following or whatever the hell he's trying to do, but he's not really here to find a wife or to really make a connection. Whitney gets into it with Thomas because Thomas had a lot to say. And I forgot exactly what he said, but he said something. And so the two of them began arguing. And Whitney breaks down and she walks off the damn stage. So Adrian and Thomas get into it because Adrian didn't like the things that Thomas had to say to Whitney. I think Thomas said something like, I can't remember what he said, but he said something to her and Adrian didn't like it. And Adrian told Thomas, just give her the benefit of the doubt. She's telling her side of the story and how she's feeling. So let's just give her the benefit of the doubt. So Thomas accuses Adrian of trying to play the hero. And because he wants to give Whitney the benefit of the doubt. And, Thomas didn't like it at all. So they're arguing. They are literally arguing, practically yelling at each other over Whitney. And it gets so bad that Thomas got up and walked off the stage. So Whitney comes back. She says that she feels absolutely drained by this whole entire process. And needless to say, when she opened her envelope, it said leave. And then when Duca opened his, it said stay. And the rules are, if one party says stay and the other one says leave, y'all are stuck together for another week. But if Whitney can convince the experts that this is like very, very toxic for her and this is like breaking her down mentally and emotionally, they might let her leave because this woman acts like she's on the edge. She acts like she is absolutely on the edge and cannot take another minute, another second of Duca. But we'll see where it goes. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll definitely talk to you later. Bye.